Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. How do we know what to ask of Akhirat if we do not want to ask for dunya from Allah? For example, if we ask Allah to put ibadat and hikmat to do more things for Allah, and how to overcome laziness and ghaflat.
Question is there are so many questions in there. It's a bit mixed up. So let's take it part by part. How do we know what to ask of Akhirat if we do not want to ask for dunya? What is your understanding of dunya? What are you asking for dunya? If you are asking for dunya from Allah, what the kafirs are asking, what the unbelievers are asking, what the secular people are asking, what the materialist people are asking, what the greedy people are asking, if you're asking for dunya from Allah, for this dunya, which is a carcass that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, all the treasures and pleasures of this dunya, I do not give it more value than a wing of a mosquito. This is Hadith Qudsi. Allah is saying, He gives more value to one wing of a mosquito than this whole world put together. But if you're asking for the dunya the same way that the unbelievers they are asking, then you are not following what Allah and His Prophet and His companions and the followers, tabi'in, that they are doing. Everything is a sunnat, whether it's sunnat coming from Allah and His Prophet or the sunnat of the unbelievers. So which sunnat you want? How do you want to, what is it that you want from this dunya? If you ask the ego, it is not enough. The ego is declaring lordship. The ego is saying, I am the Lord. This whole world, it is not even enough for me. If there's two, I must get rid of that. It must be only me. What are we asking for dunya? Are we asking, like what the unbelievers are asking, nice big house, nice cars, what to eat, what to drink, and to be busy with that? In our prayer, in our dua, asking Allah, why are we being busy asking for the dunya? Were we created for the dunya? Or were we created for Akhirat life, for the paradise? And if you smell one smell of paradise, this whole dunya will appear like a carcass to you. Then you're not even going to ask exactly what the prophets they did, exactly what the sahabis and the companions they did, exactly as the awliya Allah they did. Never they are asking for the dunya. What they ask for the dunya? Enough to eat. Really? Did even Prophet ﷺ pray for that? Have we ever heard Prophet praying, Ya Rabbi, give me enough to eat? Tawbah, astaghfirullah. Now you understand. You're going deeper into Islam. Now you understand we're going deeper into tariqat territory. The spirituality. Did Prophet ask for that? So whose sunnat you're following? If you're saying, I want to follow the sunnat of the unbelievers, or those ones who put dunya before akhirat, then I'm going to ask every comfort and every pleasure and everything. Exactly as the foolish Muslims they are doing today. I just read one article. One Wahhabi Saudi prince. He is named by Forbes magazine the 26th richest man in the world. I think his value, they calculate, is 20 billion. Okay? He's suing Forbes magazine. He say, I'm worth more than that. How dare you put... You're missing around 10 billion. You look at the man, he's Muslim, Wahhabi kind of Islam, whatever. Praying, making Hajj every day. They're saying they're owning everything, no? He's suing Forbes magazine. How dare you? And this man, he he owns so many hotels, you know, the Ritz Hotel. Yeah. Then that's what famous hotel, the Plaza also in New York City. He owns that. He owns the Savoy. He owns all this. This is you're talking about thousands of dollars a night, okay? He has shares in Citicorp, IBM, Apple, whatever, all these. His palace, just one palace he has 420 rooms. 400, and if he stay one night in each room, he's never finishing. All the rooms. He has a resort over 100 acres. Inside the resort for himself, he's putting mini Grand Canyon that he makes. Artificial lakes that he makes. Huh? So much. Wealth. It doesn't belong to him. It belongs to the orphans. It belongs to the poor people. They are going to be questioned heavily on the day of judgment for that. He asked for dunya. So those Muslims that their minds are not understanding, they say, so what? I'm asking Allah, I'm praying, I'm doing so many good things, and if Allah gives me all these things, shouldn't I be able to spend it? This is your level of faith then. Your level of faith. Who do you want to be? Your level of faith like that Wahhabi person? Then Wahhabis, they're declaring something and they're practicing something. They're going to go lower than the lowest hellfire. Who are you following that one? You will be with him. Who are you following? Prophet ﷺ. That they offer him all the wealth and all the women and all the highest positions. And he said, even if you offer me the sun in one hand and the moon in the other. And the Sahabe Kiram saw the sun descend in one hand and the moon in his other. He says, I will not leave this mission that I have, which is to say, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, and to turn people away from this dunya to akhirat. Prophet never asked Allah for food. Astaghfirullah. One time, in fact, there was no food for days. And the Sahabe Kiram, they were so hungry, they were tying stones around their bellies. Say to me now, those ones who want the best of the akhirat and the best of this dunya, if they ever gone through hunger like that. But you're asking the best of dunya and the best of akhirat. But you're not going through a drop of what they went through. You don't even want to listen to what they went through. That we as believers, we should be ashamed to say that anything that we want to eat, anything we want to wear, we have it in our possession. Shaykh Efendi said, for a believer, now it's different. Islam, Iman, and Ihsan. Now we're going into Ihsan. We're going into deep spirituality. Just, if you want to eat something, Shaykh Effendi says, you want something and you're able to get it, for a believer, that is sin enough. That you want something and you're able to get it. That is sin enough for the believer. They came to Prophet ﷺ with their stones tied up. And they went. They didn't ask the Prophet for food too. They have honor. Prophet looked at them, smiled. He opened his Jubbah Sharif and they saw 2 stones that he tied. Easy for Muslims now to say, well, I'm not Prophet. When it comes to things like that, they say, I'm not Prophet. I'm not Sahabis. I cannot. Yeah, you cannot do that, but you can do what the Kafirs they are doing. The shame is enough to bring us to faith, to say, Astaghfirullah ya Rabbi. Are we saying to people, starve yourself? No. Are we saying to people, now, you have to be miserable? And no, it is not miserable. It is good. What are we saying to people? Live simple life. Remember what your Prophet went through. Remember what the Sahabis they went through. Compare yourself and say Astaghfirullah. Sincerely. Not to be complaining. So, that is the Prophet's dunya. And this whole world is under his feet. Not this whole world. Everything in creation is under the Prophet's feet. But Prophet ﷺ never showed us how to live in luxury. His Sahaba Kiram did not. So what are you asking for the dunya? If you're asking for luxury, so many people, they escape from that. No, I'm not saying luxury, just comfortable, comfortable. Not luxury. Just to be comfortable. What is comfortable? Have 1, 2 cars, comfortable. To be able to go vacation once in a while, it's comfortable. It's okay, you can do that, but you'll not be counted amongst those ones who's taking the Prophet and his companions as a role model. You'll not be counted amongst the believers. The Ottoman sultans, they had the whole world under their feet, but they did not live in luxury. Inside the palace, Sultan Abdulhamid Khan, Janat Mekan, he was living like a fakir, like a dervish. He was going to the kitchen to eat with his cook. His personal room, he owns everything. His personal room is very simple. So many times he's sleeping on the floor. This is what spirituality is teaching. So you may have that in your hand, but you don't keep it too. You give it away, not like that Wahhabi prince. He has it in his hand. Maybe he's making donation, I don't know. Maybe he is. But maybe he's, we don't know. Maybe he is. But to have the dunya in your hand, it is not the personality of a believer. You have it, you're supposed to give. You have it, you give. We're following Shaykh Abdulkerim. He gives. He never puts it in his hand. So, what do you want from Akhirat now? If you want from Akhirat, if you are always saying, oh, Ya Rabbi, give me so many palaces, give me so many huris, give me so many jewels and diamonds, then we may say good luck to you. You can have that too. What are we asking for? The best of Akhirat as a believer. What are we asking for? Everything else is still a separation from Allah, isn't it? We're not asking for hell. May Allah protect us from that, because it's complete separation from His rahmat. Are we declaring that we're not asking for Jannat? No. We are very weak. But what do we want? We want to be with the one that we love. Yes, now we can talk about love a little bit. We want to be with the one that we love. Because that is what Holy Prophet ﷺ is saying. You will be with the one that you love. So who do you love? The one that you love is what you're always thinking about, you're always praying for, you're always obsessing about. Maybe it's a cat for you. Maybe it's a car. Yeah, there's so many. Maybe it's a dog. You're going to be with the one that you love. So, training to concentrate. Who do we love? Cannot just say Allah and then you're living the life 24 hours. It's so removed from Allah and His Prophet. You cannot say Prophet, ﷺ, but you're looking at the lifestyle. It is 100% following the unbelievers. You cannot say Shaykh, I love the Shaykh, but you're so far away from the teachings of your Shaykh. You're not putting it in your life. When it fits to your ego, then you're going to come. So now, yes, you have to sacrifice your ego. Once you sacrifice your ego for that love, and you get the love of your beloved one, of your Shaykh, of the Prophet, who will bring us to Allah, that is what we're aiming for as a believer. We're asking for ease, so that this world is easy for us. For what? Not so that we can enjoy this world. We're asking it for ease, so that we can worship more, so that we can discover ourselves more, we can discover Allah more. And for us in this Jamaat, it's beyond that too. There is work. One person told me, it's very funny, he's saying, before I enter into Tariqat, Sufism, I used to read so many books, saying, and I'm discovering how the Sufis, they are living, and the kinds of prayers they are making and the miracles they are doing, and how he says, but now, once I entered the tariqat, the most important thing is, do you know how to make chicken? You understanding? Do you know how to make chicken? Meaning what kind of service you can do. Zikr, pray, everything, okay, very good. But now we're building something. What kind of service that you are doing? You don't even know how to make chicken. You don't even know how to feed people. Then what good is your zikr and your prayer and everything at that time? Yes, now we're going deeper and deeper, and that hizmat, service now, it is higher than the ibadat. Ibadat is his obligation. We do it. But ibadat is to Allah. When you do the hizmat, it is doing the work of Allah. It is doing the work that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, now you have responsibility to finish the work that my Prophet started, alayhi salatu wassalam. And you have to look and you have to take care of each other. So, that is what we have to look for. If you ask me, other imams may give you so many different kinds of answers, but you're asking me. So many imams say, no. We have to ask for the best of the dunya and the best of akhirat. Best of dunya, you see, because the dua is saying, isn't it? The best of dunya and the best of dunya is Mercedes. It is best of dunya. It is nice big bungalow. They don't use bungalow here, but saying big nice house. Best of dunya is beautiful things, what to eat, what to wear, what. That is not the best of dunya. Whose definition of best of dunya? That is unbelievers' definition, or people of ahli dunya. But we want to be ahli jannat people. The best of the dunya, they say, just enough, Ya Rabbi, to be easy for me, that is not going to pull me away from you. If you are too busy with the material things, then definitely your spirit will be suffocated. You'll be disconnected from the spirit because you're concentrating only on the physical. You'll be disconnected. Then that time, you'll be asking for the same material things in Akhirah. Ya Allah, forgive us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.